Céad míle fáilte roimh Arish, go baile átre, and welcome to another Matt and Michael's Lockdown. Behind me at Newtown Cemetery is the tomb of the jealous man and woman, as it's called locally, which may or may not be a suitable backdrop for a Valentine's Day video. It's actually the resting place of Sir Lucas Dillon and his wife Lady Jane Bath, dating from around 1592. Lucas is in Renaissance armour and his wife is in an Elizabethan gown. Lucas was a leading Irish barrister and judge during the Elizabethan times, and at one stage he was the Attorney General for Ireland. There's a number of theories as to why it's called a jealous man and woman, but the simplest appears to be connected with the fact that there's a sword between the two of them. In fact, the sword might be the sword of state, and it could also represent the finality of death. Lady Jane died some time before Lucas, and he remarried. His second wife, Marion Sherrill, is buried in a similar tomb with her first husband in Lusk, County Dublin. And when Lucas died, he was buried here with his first wife. Anyway, here we are, Matt and Michael, with a Valentine's Day programme. Matt has some suitable songs, and I have a couple of poems. And we also have a very nice song from Sarah Canny. So, off you go, Matt.
Hello everybody, I hope you're all keeping very well and ready to sing and participate in another song. We are now into February, and it's time to mark the occasion of a date that we celebrate every year, and of course that is the 14th, which will be Valentine's Day. And I don't know when you will be hearing this exactly, but it will be there or thereabouts, sometime in the month of February anyway. And the song I have selected to sing with you is a great love song by John Denver, a song called Perhaps Love. So please help me to sing along. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort, it is there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer, it wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. For love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. And some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain. Like a fire when it's cold outside, or thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go, and some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, or thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you.
And for Valentine's Day, here's a sonnet by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. She was born in 1806. She was a very prolific writer. She was a successful and popular English poet of the 19th century. And she married the poet Robert Browning, and they went to live in Italy. She suffered poor health all her life, and she died in Florence in 1861. This is a very famous poem of hers. How do I love thee? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being and ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely, as men strive for right. I love thee purely, as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs, and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
There's one who is pure as an angel and fair as the flowers in May. They call her the gentle maiden, wherever she takes her way. Arise at the glance of sunlight, as it brightens the blue sea wave, and more than the deep sea treasure, the love of her heart I crave. Though parted afar from my darling, I dream of her everywhere. The sound of her voice is about me, the spell of her presence there. And whether my prayers be granted, or whether she pass me by, the face of the gentle maiden will follow
and another sonnet, this time by William Shakespeare. This is Sonnet 18, Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot that eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou ownest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
And all because the lady loves milk tray.
Of course, this tomb of the jealous man and woman is believed locally to have the cure for warts. I think you're supposed to stick a pin or needle on the wart, or maybe rub it on them, and then leave it here on top of the tomb. As the pin or needle rusts, your warts should disappear. It's also said that if you take away a pin or a wart from the tomb, you will get the warts of the owner of that pin or needle. Of course, all this is just a local story. There's no guarantees, so don't come back to me complaining if it doesn't work. Anyway, here's Matt with another song, Warts and All.
I remember singing Let Me Call You Sweetheart on stage with my late sister Mary when we were both kids. So enjoy Let Me Call You Sweetheart. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. See the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. See the love light glowing in your eyes so blue. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Well,
Curamahagut Matt, and thank you very much. And thanks to everybody who helps us with these videos and to those people who allow us use their videos from YouTube and elsewhere. And thanks to all who watch and listen, and thanks to all those who send comments and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll finish this week with a beautiful song by Sarah Canny, another John Denver song. So until we see you next week, take care and God bless everyone.
Hope you enjoy this favourite of mine. It is Annie's song. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come let me love you, come love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die